Anyway, I had to redo this video. So look at this. Look at this. Look at what I screen recorded. Look at it. Look at it. Beyonce. Beyonce. Oh, Beyonce. Oh my God. I remember in the black community, the black American community, African American community, the church community, everybody was coming for Beyonce. There was this whole thing. We had so many other types of scandals and things that happened within the church, but everybody was coming for Beyonce. Beyonce was the scapegoat. Beyonce's demonic. We found out Beyonce decides to do Christianity and mix it with New Age. Beyonce did this, Beyonce that. Everybody was coming for Beyonce. That was the whole thing for years. I remember I was there. I believed it when they made those videos. And they sat there and had, what was it, all the single ladies? And they reversed it and had people really convinced that this was a secret ritual, that all the single ladies was a secret ritual for the devil. I mean, it was a whole bunch of stuff that was going on. The Illuminati, everything, right? We're now in the 2020s, right? Beyonce decides to come out with Cowboy Carter, right? And it becomes this whole debate because people were like, I don't really like country. Country is, you know, a white people's genre. But then some people were like, no, she's trying to reclaim certain things. She's trying to make it political. There's various different people online that's sitting there saying that the Cowboy Carter album is not in itself inherently political, even though it opens up with American Requiem. I don't get it. People are sitting there also questioning the imagery that she has in her shows, in her concerts, saying that, okay, on one hand, it's critiquing, you know, America. On the other hand, it's actually uplifting white supremacy. This is something that I noticed. This is something that I find that really, really pivotal to the whole situation, right? Is that Black Americans are in a very specific, unique situation that other people are not in. We are not immigrants. You already know the rundown. Africa, taken, sold away from Africa, came to America. Maybe I need to stop saying came. Sold to America, brought to America, stole from Africa to America. And now we are American citizens simply due to the fact that we had to, or we fought to be, because, well, you already know what the fuck happened, right? And there's a whole bunch that goes into that. Okay, fine. That's the rundown, right? After all of this being said and done, you have people outside of America, not just Africans. Not just Africans. No. Everybody else outside of America telling Black Americans, how dare you? How dare you go around and represent the American flag? Of course they're representing the American flag. You must agree what's happening in the Congo. Mind you, we're all looking at this on phones. You must agree what's happening in Sudan. You must, oh, I know, Beyonce was there. Beyonce was there with Donald Trump having mimosas, you know, at brunch in between her tour sets. She was sitting there doing that when he was deciding to bomb all of those various different sites in Iran. Okay, what are we doing here? Well, I understand we can sit there and critique celebrities. Celebrities are not God. Celebrities are not, you know, the next coming of Jesus, of JC. But when it gets down to it, I'm getting sick and tired of people going around telling Black Americans what the fuck we should do in our own country, right? I've seen people sit there and say, Black Americans need to stop sitting there acting like they're not African. You guys are really African. I said, I'm glad that we're being accepted, but do you think I'm just going to sashay my ass to Nigeria and then all of a sudden I'm going to be a Nigerian? That takes time. That takes time, just like it took you time, being somebody born in Nigeria, to understand your language, to understand your customs, to understand the different significance of what it means to be in your tribe. So don't tell Black Americans what the fuck we need to do and how we need to act in our own country when you don't even understand the dynamics of what it means to be a Black American. That's the type of shit that be pissing me the fuck off. I cannot stand it. If you want to come for somebody, be specific, right? If Americans start talking about everybody, you don't know the geography. Be specific. Be specific. We don't all do that. We don't all act like that. We don't all do those things. That's only on the internet. Go out, touch grass, amazing, nature, pollen, whatever the fuck. At the end of the day, if you're going to tell us to do that for you, for you, foreigner, I love it. I love the culture. If you're going to tell us to do it, then extend that same kind of understanding and nuance to us. You guys don't seem to be able to process that. I'm sick of it. Oh, you guys, I'm tired of it. Everybody's blaming us. I was there. I voted for Kamala so nobody will get deported. And I said I wasn't going to vote. I'm not saying that everything I'm doing is revolutionary, but no, not everybody's going to protest. There was a whole different dynamic during that time, during the George Floyd protest, where everybody's like, we were there with George Floyd. A lot of people were, sweetheart. We were on lockdown. It was a pandemic. People have lives they have to go to. I've had enough. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your critique. But shut the fuck up.